You guys have been asking me to pull up Donald Trump's chart with the current transit and give you guys a prediction of what I think is going to happen. As always, this is going to be astrology based, not bias based, meaning I don't give my personal opinion. I just tell it how it is. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to be looking at is Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, and Pluto just went into Aquarius today. I read based off real time. This is the time that's happening where I am, okay? Just so you guys can fact check it. And here is the time here for you guys, just so you can see it. All right, let's get back into this for everybody else. So as we can see, Pluto is going to be in his fifth house. The fifth house is known for creativity. It's also known for children. It's known for just like being in the public, being famous. And that was the biggest thing that I saw him going, because it's in his fifth house of fame. It's fifth house of creativity, his self-expression, okay? And this is gonna be a long time. So everything that Trump expresses with himself is going to be projected outward into the world. So this is going to give Trump like this new sense of power, this new level of intimacy, okay? Now, I am going to give him just a little positivity here, because it is very possible from his past, okay? Because Pluto was in his sixth house. The sixth house of Virgo, all that Mercury energy of like give and take and not be take, and being taken advantage of and then taken advantage of, you know, he did learn some lessons here. He understands that he is demanding and absorbing. And if he goes the opposite way, people will be compelled to explore elsewhere more deeply. What was missing from him in the last term when he was dealing with Pluto in his sixth house was compassion. Virgo is compassionate, but Virgo is very true to their nature. He did not do well with this. Now here he has a new sense of purpose. Now it's up to him to embrace the positive side of Pluto, okay? The positive aspects of Pluto, which would be getting in touch of our core purpose, new levels of, you know, not just with himself, but with America, and how he can stay true to like, you know, just, you know, integrity without letting power get to his head. Okay, that's a big thing. All right, so for the people say they're not too sure if he's gonna be sworn into office, let's go ahead. Let's just jump into the new year. Let's go ahead and take a look that way and just kind of see where we are. So here's January 19th, as you can see, 2025. We're still here on his report. And we want to look at things that are happening in the public, things that are being transformed, things that are being here. And here's his rising sign, entering that. He is the middle wheel. I'm looking at this all fresh here with you. Ah, look at that. It's an exact hit to his sun sign and the rising sign. Okay, on that day, it's going to be rising in Gemini. Oh my gosh, at 29 degrees. So that is freaking huge, guys. This is huge. We have Jupiter retrograde, okay, at 11 degrees. So humanity, public, things that are giving back. This is making a direct contact as well in the 10th house. This is public. This is going to work. This is the things that, you know, you had working for you. This is the Jupiter energy. This is his career. So this is a great satisfaction. This is him happy, in control and in confidence that things are being good. So this is a good placement for him. And this is January. So for you guys saying that he's, you know, he's not going to be sworn in, and I'm telling you, you know, I get you're mad, but astrology shows that he has opportunities to make the best of his advancement. And this advancement is being directly into his 10th house. His sun sign is already in his 10th house. His destiny of fate is closely linked to that. That's just, he's always been born into this. And this is going to be him, you know, like literally the second week into office, putting those energy out there. He's going to have a big speech. So you quote me now, all right? There's going to be a big speech that he's going to be dropping off on January 9th. The moon, yep, there we go. That day, where am I at? Right here. The moon will be in Libra when it talks about legality, when it talks about agreements, when it talks about relationships, at an 8 degrees of Scorpio. So I really feel like he should, hopefully will, take the opportunity to mend bridges versus to burn them, to break them. It does show, words and compassion being the forefront of the mind. When you have Scorpio and Libra energy mixed, this is when truthful feelings come to the surface. This is the opportunity where truth can be embraced with compassion. This is also energy of anger. This is also energy of not accepting the truth and trying to move forward. So there are going to be some people, and especially him, what he says emotionally. All right, this is the universe. This is what he's dealing here. So the moon is going to be going over his second house of wealth, his second house, of just tangible energy. And he's putting in financial matters and possessions into tangible energy. So there's going to be some kind of speech that affects America that is going to be, it's going to be huge. It's going to be about money. It's going to be about finding the right words, which, that's the different story for him. That is okay. That's his part of his charm. But either there's going to be people, the result is what you do with it, remember, right? Because this isn't biased, because this is the world. This is what you guys are going to be triggered by. There's going to be a lot of people triggered on this day and what he does. And there's going to be a lot of people clashing with what he's trying to change, right? And what he wants to do, because his Jupiter, his Jupiter is in the second house. So the things of the abundance of wisdom highlights this area of discovery. This is his belief is being reflected of his quest for justice, Justice through gaining possessions, gaining self-esteem, not losing it, Because if he was losing it, it would be completely different. It'd be showing a clash of that sign, but it shows a positivity that his mission is trying to gain more experience. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any more questions, if you want me to pull up about Trump, this is replying back to my original video that I have. And if you would like to get astrology reading with me or find out more about your future, which I think you guys should focus on, you should focus on how this affects you, absolutely. And if you guys are mad, if you are mad about the world, then this is your opportunity to do something about it. This is the generation with, we come together as a community rather as an individual, and we focus on new forms of communication in the world's network. So there's a lot of positives that we can gain from this. And of course, there's going to be restless. There's going to be wanting change in this life and direction. And there's going to be a class of change in that direction, because everybody's individual interpretation is going to be different. But hopefully we'll be able to come together with the overall goal of just getting through it, right? Having these resources, being able to teach our children, to do better, to surround ourselves by like-minded people, to be positive. But that's the thing. What's important to me is different to you. And we gotta teach not only ourselves, but others to accept others' exigencies, others' extravagance, other people's own nature, and other people's individuality. And I think Pluto in Aquarius, this is the task for Trump, because we have times changing. He can't take us back. We have to go forward. Doesn't matter who's president, We can't live in the past anymore. So the service to others and accepting our own individuality, and knowing that even though we're individual, we have to share this individuality with the world and the masses, So let's accept and let's have peace. Let's have sharing resources. Let's discover new ideas. Let's work towards the goal and be better than most, in a sense, when it comes to creativity. Let's dedicate teaching to others. Let's experience difficulties and being uncomfortable, but let's move beyond this superficial and sit with it and have a purpose of life and experience life through the different lessons and areas and be better and be able to sleep better at night, you know, depending on what you do and what you're assured. So those go back to so many different things. So you only need to shine your life, but in a way that inspires others rather than feeding your own ego. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.